Well, at least those darn chuds won't be able to say that you couldn't give Dragon Age Veilguard away for free, because that's exactly what's happening right now. With Dragon Age The Veilguard more than a week away from the game's release, mind you, being included for free in the GeForce Now bundle. As you can see here, if you pick the Ultra Super Duper Squeaky Deaky edition for $99 for a gaming cloud service, which sounds like robbery to me at least, you will also get Dragon Age The Veilguard free with purchase. And suddenly it sounds less like robbery and more like a threat. As my god. I mean, first and foremost, if you're already bound to using cloud gaming, with latency and everything, I feel like you're already in enough pain. You shouldn't also be exposed to Dragon Age The Veilguard on top of it all. I mean, god. Is there no some sort of Geneva Convention in play here at some point? Cruel and unusual punishment? No? Seriously? Heavens, help me. See, okay. Dragon Age Veilguard is one of those titles which is in the eye of everybody right now, because it's probably going to be another Dustborn, honestly. It is probably going to be actually that bad. It might be another Concord, alright? It might be one of those games where we hear about it months after release as the number of dollars, and millions of dollars, that the developers wasted on it will seemingly just increase day in and day out. Plus various tales about what an absolutely apocalyptic mess it was to work on the game, to the point where, rather amusingly, the game's original creator was first rather aggressively defending the game, saying that you don't have the right to critique Dragon Age Veilguard, it's probably gonna be good. Then later on he started shitting on it, and it received quite a bit of a backlash, to the point that, he's gone full-on underground there. Not a great sign. I mean, the fact that the video game developer is already giving the game away for free over a week away from release is already not particularly wonderful, as in all due likelihood, what happens here is that the company itself, in this case GeForce, will pay a portion of the cost of the copy that they will then be giving away. Now, this is normally nowhere near full price, maybe $20 on a $60 video game, but at least it is something. And the fact that BioWare is willing to agree to that indicates that their sales are probably not doing particularly well, at the very least not their pre-orders, and considering the reception of their trailer, yeah, I can see why. 286,000 downvotes and 46,000 upvotes. Not great. And not to mention also that if we look at the actual site itself, well, this is Dragon Age Veilguard's YouTube account with 193,000 subscribers. 23k, 33k, 37, 38k. It's getting views not even comparable to, but in fact inferior to a lot of my stuff here, which is not fantastic yet again. And the worst part is this is Dragon Age as well. This used to be, well, I don't know if we can even say used to be, this was once a great series, which is incidentally also one of the reasons why the guy was originally defending it and then ran back into his home, because Dragon Age, back in the day, was a pretty damn edgy little video game. It had like the bright little 18+ sticker down there, like Grand Theft Auto. It was a game that marketed itself on being dark, gruesome, sexy, and a little bit hopeless even as well, as the idea of Dragon Age is the return of one of the great archdemons, heralds of the annihilation of humanity, where the darkness and its countless hordes of darkspawn, monstrous orcs, well, they are a constant civilizational threat. They are a force that will inevitably and eventually overrun humanity. Humanity itself is living on borrowed time, a doomed species which has already been near guaranteed to be destroyed. It reminds me a little bit of the Myth universe. So, in case you don't know it, Myth was a strategy game series of, I think, 3 games, or was there a 4th one? I don't know. Where the central premise is that this world is doomed. It is absolutely ass-violated, as the humanity will rise, and then darkness will rise to oppose it, and darkness will always win, every single time. This is the cycle. And eventually, humanity will, after 1,000-odd years of being hunted and genocided by the darkness, eventually begin rising back up again, forming a great hero. This great hero of the age will vanquish the enemy, only to die and fall and be resurrected in service of darkness. And so it goes, eventually, until one side wins. Darkness, near guaranteed. Well, you know, depending upon how you interpret the ending of Myth 2, that is, of course, which is left fairly open-ended. But Dragon Age had a little bit of that same energy, like humanity was not doing well here. It was a desperate struggle for simple survival. And it showed it, like the books are Dragon Age Origins, the blood splatter, the darkness, the blood red moon there, and of course, your sexy waifu. As this game was marketed quite heavily with the idea that it had romanceable companions, it had sex scenes, it even had gay romances. Ooh. That was rather unusual for the time, you see. BioWare was building a name for themselves as a rather bunch of little edgy boys, and today, it's this. This is Dragon Age today. It is bright, it is colorful, the dragon, the archdemon, is no longer a symbol of annihilation, of doom and destruction. It's a thing you hunt for fun, for shits and giggles, to get purple weaponry, to get dumb-looking purple weaponry. Like, even the undead are playthings now and played up for comedic effect, goddammit. Breaching the veil has become some sort of hobby, as you have a professional veil explorer. Like, this is basically this world's variant of the warp, goddammit. You're not supposed to be going in there, and whenever you breach the veil, that is a ginormous danger to literally everyone around you. Like, even the design of the armor and the like, look at this retarded giant-ass fantasy bullshit knife, compared to, for example, just a simple sword and a shield. Dragon Age Origins was no bullshit. It was a fantasy setting, but it was a violent, brutish, and dark fantasy setting. It didn't have giant, dumbass, glowing knives on the cover like this. It didn't have this whole heroic feeling. I got pet characters, etc. The closest you got to a pet character in Dragon Age Origin was the Mabari Hound, an enormous war beast the size of, well, the weight at least of a human being, designed to topple Darkspawn over onto the ground and tear their fucking throats out. I mean, the entire game even sold itself on, like, the blood splattering of being a gory, brutal, brutish video game, where you could chop people up into pieces and see the blood scatter. One of the selling effects noted in the PC gaming magazines at the time was the blood would get on your character and cover them in blood droplets. You know, let's look at this guy. Well, where's he from? Star Wars? Who the fuck even knows? He's got a weird-ass, dumbass-looking helmet. Half of them don't even wear helmets because, you know, heroes don't need goddamn helmets, do they? And then there's the gameplay. See, Dragon Age Origins was a tactical strategy game. Strategy RPG-esque, where you and your party would go out there and you'd engage in party-based RPG combat, you know, a Baldur's Gate-y style stuff. Dragon Age Veilguard is a hack-and-slash video game with 2 or 3 abilities. Like, the entirety of the Dragon Age series, from Origins and outwards, has just been one consistent, long, painful downgrade. At every step of the way, the fans have said, could we go back to Origins, please? That was great. Origins was fantastic. You had darkness, you had a little bit of humor, you had some excellent characters. It was all fantastic in Origins. Can we go back to that? And the developers go, no, you're playing an MMO now. An Inquisition. Or no, you're stuck in one city now, in 2. Or in Veilguard, no, you're playing a hack and slash now. Like, good God. See, the reason why, like, this guy privated his account was obviously because he was getting yelled at a lot. And hey, he's not even involved with this project, so, you know, fair enough. But the reason people are yelling at games like this, games that they do actually love, the reason why a trailer for Dragon Age has, you know, 5 times the downvotes, is because your fans who like your games are upset, okay? You have your previous developer of Origin saying, if you don't like it, don't buy it, which is the death knell for any video game in this day and age. Because here's the thing, the fans of Dragon Age wishes to purchase a Dragon Age game. Is that really that difficult to understand? And when you then, but that's why we yell at you, like, okay, this is what we want, can we please have it? We will give you money if you give us this. And then you go, no, we don't want your money. Like, holy shit, what is even to be done at that point? There's no negotiation, there is no encouragement, there is no guiding principle that the audience can give to the company to help it out to give them the product they wish to purchase. It's simply a, no, we have black elves now, and they're gay too. Go away, we hate you. BioWare has somehow managed to not die, despite things like Andromeda, for example, for a very long time now, and it is actually almost getting a little bit frustrating. It has become the Disney of RPGs, this lumbering, rotten behemoth dragging itself along, hauling the corpses of previously loved franchises behind it on the rotten meat hooks. And you just wanted to fall over now. You just wanted to fall over. You just wanted to die. You just wanted to gurgle out one last filth-infested breath and then stop being alive anymore. So that at least then somebody could potentially go in and go, oh hey, Dragon Age Origins, I remember that, playing that as a kid. Maybe I should remaster it. Maybe I should repatch it to advance on modern systems. Maybe I should even continue the story about the Darkspawn being a threat to humanity and the world in general. Maybe I should do that. And probably somebody's going to make a gay, romance simulator out of it as well, but so as long as that is at least kept separate to its own devices, then I don't even mind. The problem is when it becomes the main game. Dragon Age The Veilguard. That's not gonna do well. I'm pretty damn certain of it. And hey, at the very least, I've made peace with this now. I have finally arrived at YouTuber nirvana, where you understand that yes, everything you once loved, everything you cherished, it's dead now. It's rotten. It's been in the ground for years. People have pissed on its corpse for months and months and months, and it's not smelling any better by the day. So, just accept it and prepare to hopefully put the final mercy-killing blow into the behemoth abomination that keeps it prisoner. At least then maybe some form of necromancy can be carried out on the corpse of what was once the Dragon Age series. We can but hope. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for listening, and I do hope to see you all again soon. Till then, have a good day.